Power of the Eikon Bahamut made manifest. This crystal is as bright as the sun and can be heard to emit a soft hum when held to the ear. They're all just kind of copy pastes of the other ones. Fusion dance wore off. There we go, Dion. He's just, he's a frozen Deonsicle now. So cool, so hype.
Joshua! Clive! My brother. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're alive. We both are. Nothing else matters. I never dared hope that I would see this day.
Reunited at last.
Jill. This is for my father.
Ultima, yeah, that's what I thought. Glad she got to see that.
It is done. The demon that would tear our house apart is no more. Father.
So then is Sylvester dead or something? That's got to be why he went primal or whatever.
The Mother Crystal. It's collapsing.
Right. We need to leave. No. Wait. I owe him a debt. Fine.
Oh, hell yeah. Are we gonna get the Bahamut powers now? Come on, Clive, hold it together.
Little Don't reinforce the walls. Report, Captain.
Can nothing be done to call them off?
I regret not, Your Radiance. The Dragoons answer to none but His Imperial Highness. The Council is powerless to intervene.
We're hearing reports of rebel
Madness is this, Dion.
throughout the neighboring districts.
Focus all efforts on extinguishing the fires around the capital. The city can wait.
Don't dally, man. Go!
Your Radiance.
Why is Sylvester acting like he's reasonable here? He knows exactly why this is happening.
By the light. Dion. Have you taken leave of your senses? Call off the Dragoons at once.
Fear not. The populace will come to no harm at their hands. I am here to save you, Father.
Save me.
A creeping darkness hides in the heart of Sanbreque. It stems from your wife, the traitorous Annabella.
Not another word, Dion.
Father, though you may not see it, the darkness has taken hold of you. It has made you forget yourself. But I bid you remember, there was a time when you ruled not with cruelty, but with compassion. Why now do you turn your back on your people? Why now do you seek to stoke the fires of war? You too have borne witness to this change, Your Eminences. And you know, as well as I, who is responsible for it. A puppet now sits upon the throne, but cut his strings, and the master loses the power!
What?
Dion, you bear steel before your emperor? Guards! Take him!
For every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. Those were your words. But when the last of your citizens has fallen, and all of their homes have been reduced to ash, what will become of your empire, of its rulers, of your god?
Brutal.
As the mother crystals crumble one by one, and the Blight sweeps in to claim all that we hold dear, our people look to their emperor for protection. Yet he labors not to secure their futures, but to seize what is left of the twins for himself. Even if it should come at the cost of everything his loyal citizens have labored to build.
Dion, you must understand.
A small price to pay, is it not? You've been blessed with great power, Dion. Enough to win me the world. So go, claim Valisthea for me, brother.
That's wild. Well, I guess we know why Dion went mad. I wish they showed us this scene first. Showing it to us as a flashback, I don't think is very effective.
Gods! Gods!
Father.
Poor father. How he doted on his children. That he would die to protect me was plain. It was but a matter of when.
You planned this?
You did well to endure so long. But you broke in the end, as I knew you would.
Evil mastermind.
And now Muthos approaches. Put him to the proof. I would see if he breaks. Go, Bahamut. Kinslayer.
Golly. So I think this scene would have made more sense and been better first, because the reveal that he wants to kill Olivier is not a reveal in this scene. So we didn't need to wait for Clive to see it.
It's a long story.
The dramatic tension probably would have been better if we saw that first as well, because we knew we would be playing into his Ultima's plans, right? During that boss fight, which would have made that somewhat boring boss fight with Bahamut a little bit cooler.
Here, Mother. Come. Take my hand.
No, it's kill her. Just murder her. Get rid of her. She's literally irredeemable.
Get away from me! This is all just a dream, just a bad dream.
What does she think those slices... What does she think it's gonna do?
You will not take me!
Yeah, do it. You won't, coward. Yeah. Just go. Nice. Well, that's one problem solved. Well, and no one was sad.
Mother.
If it is consciousness that weaves your wills together, consciousness that blurs the boundary between your own will and that of others, then we shall set you apart once more. The ties that bind you shall be severed, and humanity return to its proper place. By primogenesis shall a new age of reason begin.
Relax, Your Majesty.
Benedicta. How'd she get back?
Don't you want to play? It's been a long time.
If that is your wish.
Men, you are as meek as all the others.
Such feeble creatures. Gifted the power of Eikons, yet slaves to fickle emotions which usher you to your doom. And so you bind your fragile wills with strands of consciousness.
The wretched handiwork of a wretched people.
The sons of fire were united at last, and for but a moment their flame burned bright. Soon Muthos shall become our perfect vessel.
And then shall the world be remade.
Not before the bonds are severed, of trust, of respect, of love. Only when every strand of consciousness is cut away, may Muthos return to our side. By primogenesis shall all be undone. Mankind shall be rid of his wretchedness, and Muthos of his will. But while he yet clings to it, he has the power to forge bonds anew. And so we bid you, find Muthos, and sever every one.
To destroy that which has no physical form, you ask the impossible.
There is nothing your black blade cannot cut, Odin. We shall unite with Muthos, and bring forth a new world. So long as our vessel remains unclaimed by humanity.
It shall be done, Master. My will is yours.
Who is that? It's just Ultima Tharm. Yeah, we don't get to see who that character is. I assume that's like his sister or his wife or his mother or something. Mother. Okay.
How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
Things fall apart. What a not ominous name of a chapter. Power of Light. Clive has claimed a portion of the Eikon Bahamut's essence. Attuning with Bahamut not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells. That doesn't matter. Why do they tell us that? Like, it literally doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. Alright. Allows access to new iconic abilities such as Impulse, which creates spheres of light that hound the enemies. Use Bahamut's iconic feat, Wings of Light, to begin casting Mega Flare, an immensely powerful spell that showers enemies with a deluge of searing light. The longer the spell is charged, the more powerful the results. L2 to cast the spell when ready.
Tell you won't be happy if I disturb Joshua.
Do I want this? I don't think so. I don't think there's any world where I would give up Phoenix, Garuda, and Titan. Ramu is fucking terrible. Bahamut does not seem good. These are all literally too important for utility. Bahamut channeled. Oh, wow. So there's presumably 2 more. Who would this one be? We know this is Odin, right? Odin. Then who? All right, let's look at these. That could be interesting. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Attack. This is Upheaval. I don't really want Upheaval. I never get around to using it. Let's see. Satellite. Multiple light aspected familiars that attack any enemy on which Clive uses magic. That seems like that could be good. Giga Flare. Massive beam of overcharged light that burns any enemy it hits. This seems like it could be really good for limit damage. Impulse. Wings of Light. That's better than Wykes, I think. Bloom of Light Aspected Flame that deals continuous damage. I don't know. Out of all of these, this seems the most useful, but it's not good for combos, so it's not good for having. Giga Flare seems like it would be pretty good. Let's see. Which of these seems... that's pretty good. Yes. Cool. Upgraded those. Do we have anything else we need to upgrade? Nothing we really can upgrade. I'll get Satellite just to have it. Flare Breath could be good. That could be good. I'll just grab that. Grab it while we're here, right? Sure, I'll buy you 2.
While he rests, I might as well see what Otter has to say.
It will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack.
Will it? I don't really think there's much terms to come with right now. First Breaker Intelligence. Reports from our brothers and sisters afield are all the same. These accursed skies cast not only a pall over the land, but over the hearts of her people, hearts already heavy from the fall of the Dominion and the destruction of the Storm's final mother crystal. For now the realm endures, but with each new flood, do her few remaining children descend further into madness, the situation is as ever dire. Fresh wings shall find you on the new moon's turning. Until then our watch continues. May the crystal's curse be broken. Fight the mess. From Theo. Word out of Twinside is that there's little left of the capital after the Mad Prince's royal tantrum. But what of you and yours? Did you manage an escape before the city went tits up? I trust you did, but a Stolas might be good to set Elle's mind at ease. Oh, Eloise actually cares about us. Good for her.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Ask about the skies. I hope you're not expecting me to explain these skies. If I had to guess, it would say we're the end of the world.
Whole realms in chaos.
Had orders canceled on me left and right, and that's from the few associates I haven't lost contact with.
As the old saying goes.
There's opportunity in adversity. The market for sharp steel is more bullish than ever. I'll find a way to keep this place fed and watered. Don't you worry. I won't let our little family go hungry, whatever the weather.
Go on, then.
I already have a diamond sword, I think. I don't need anything else there. Don't need anything else there. Already got one of those.
It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
Last elixir, 20,000 upon KO, automatically restores all HP, feels limit gauge, and increases attack power for 10%. Wow, that's pretty great.
You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you?
That's pretty good. Blackthorn.
Trouble with your gear, or...
Let's use the
Same
forge
sword
real
indeed.
quick. Bright burn. Wait, hold on. Reinforce. Can't reinforce anything. Then yeah. Lingered there no warmth nor smoke, but in his light did burn both flesh and bone. Icon Ifrit.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Sure, we'll just...
You can thank me later. Yeah, that should do you.
have them. Neato.
And?
Cool weapon. Look at that. That's a cool looking sword. It's pretty neat. Let's talk to Harpocrates real quick.
Is a storm coming soon?
Good morrow to you, my friend. With the darkening skies,
Fear has once again taken hold of our hearts. And though I have not the power to dispel the gloom above, I should like to believe my tale has helped to lighten it below.
be that as it may.
Turning our eyes from the problems which face us will not help solve them. A mere tale cannot lighten the burden of those who must bear the weight of the world.
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Just trying to get as much done here.
Now this,
cool.
I believe you.
What
will
is
find
it? So my
most
thing with this is like, what's it actually getting us? You know. Bright convolution of shards that sits at the center of each mother crystal. When a heart shatters, so too does the mountain around it. Since time immemorial, sanctuaries have been built around the hearts for worship and protection of these irreplaceable treasures. The hearts, however, have their own methods of self-defense, replying to any attack upon them with unique and deadly magics. When Sidolphus Tolman put his plans to destroy the mother crystals in motion, 5 of their number towered over the twins, 3 less than Ultima set in place eons past. The mother crystal of Zemeckis was the first to fall, followed by Drake's Horn in southern Ash and Drake's Eye in northern territories. Now nothing remains of them save for the scars left behind by their passing. Gil has been the common currency of Valisthea ever since the signing of the Continental Accord many centuries ago. The Accord entrusted the administration of the currency to the realm's most trusted merchant guild, headquartered in what would later become the Free Cities of Canver. The new currency took its name from the founder of said merchant guild, the legendary trader Gilbard the Golden. Trade flourished around the newly established mint, and over time the worship of money grew into a full-fledged religion, the Great Bank of Gilbert the Lender. Adamantite, one of the hardest known materials in the Twins, seams of its ore have been found in the far-flung reaches of Ash, where the forces of the first Veldermark, then Walud, often warred with the orcs who claimed the lands as their own. Though the metal makes for fine arms and armor, the rarity of both its ore and its craftsmen versed in peculiarities of its forging ensured that adamantite weapons remain the preserve of the rich and powerful.
You wish to study the tomes?
Primogenesis, a spell cast by Ultima that cast a roiling pall over all of Valisthea. Gotcha. Ifrit Risen, joining of all of those things, of Ifrit and Phoenix. Crystal Flower, when Drake's tail came under attack by the maddened Bahamut, the heart of the mother crystal responded by delving into its attacker's innermost thoughts and summoning into creation that which plagued his tortured soul. The wyvern tail that represented the Prince Dion's father, placed in him and his duty to the realm. Rise of the Worm, this tells the tale of Dion's fall. Let's see. Let's just clear our persons of interest, because we already have everything. We already know all these things. Annabelle is dead, so that's good. As the boy died, his body crumbled into dust, proof that he'd become naught but another puppet of Ultima. Yeah. Well, now that he's dealt with, we don't need to deal with him anymore. Barnabas' mother, the mother of the king Barnabas of Walud, or at least an Ultima summoned illusion of her as his majesty remembers her in life. Fall of Drake's Tail, that's basically what we just witnessed. Just getting rid of all of these things. We heard the history of Zemeckis from that quest. Quentin's evil judge that he hated. I wish there was a toggle for like only new things. Things that had updates, so I could go through and make sure there's nothing new or interesting here that I missed. Where the heck is it? Oh, Sins of Zemeckis. We already learned about that. Mithril Engine. The Enterprise is the name of our ship. Bahamut. The Warden of Light, whose power dwells within Dion Lesage, Prince of Sambrek, a tribe known as the Motes of Light, once dwelled in the northeast reaches of Storm where the great city of Oriflame now stands, among which the dominant of Bahamut would always emerge. In modern times, dominants are often born among the Sambrequois nobility, most likely because the tribe's bloodline still runs strong in their ranks. Phoenix, Warden of Fire, whose strength resides in Joshua Rosfield. 18 years after the Imperial invasion of the Phoenix Gate and Joshua's presumed demise, the Phoenix spread its wings once more in the skies above the crystalline dominion, wings in which reside the flames of rebirth. Alright, some goblins can communicate with humans. We learned that during that quest. Dragons are captured by dragoons and trained. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Let's go talk to Blackthorn really quick, because I forgot to talk to him.
Fraying about us, guys.
Won't help me get my work done. So I'm going to keep my forge and leave saving the world to those better suited to the task.
Unless that is.
They fancy giving me a hand shoeing the birds.
I'll keep
Good answer.
the forge up.
Alright, it's Otto time. Let's go see our pal Otto. You know, it doesn't really look that bad out. It's kind of nice, actually. This is a pretty rose gold twilight over everything.
There's talk of these skies driving.
Alright. Ask about Nectar's adventures. Did I ever tell you about the time I took a trip to the islands west of Storm?
Kingdom.
Is that what you call them, Kupo? In Muggletongue, we call them the Smithies, in the strait that separates them from the mainland, the Quench. I was adventuring down the Dalmacian coast when I saw bright lights and black shadows out in the offing, so I flew over to take a close look. Imagine my disappointment when I learned those lights and shadows weren't busy forges staining the land with soot, but blighted rocks leaving lava. Still, from what I learned of the locals treat strangers, it was probably for the best that I didn't get a chance to say good day. Oh, shoot. But evil is as evil does, and every hero's duty to vanquish it no matter how close to home it might appear. He was just talking about people being marks. Evil people. Alright, so we still have to do this one. This was in, like, Rosaria? 10 of clubs. Merchants who ply their trade across the fields of Karava tell of an outlaw, 5 and 20 hands high and mighty, who preys upon unescorted travelers. They claim he lives alone in one of the abandoned villages that litter the region, but none has been brave nor foolish enough to narrow the search any further. If you read this, have either or both of those qualities, the Dalmatians beg your aid. Mageth Brothers. A lone rowing boat has been sighted making land off the coast of Port Isolde, its occupants wearing the garb and speaking the language of the Iron Kingdom Crusaders. One can only assume that they come to take their vengeance upon Sid the Outlaw for destroying that which they hold most dear. We advise against all travel to the area lest they think to kill or capture members in retaliation. And then Ruin Reawakened. Sambrequois legend tells of a dead dragon who set near half the realm alight with his torrid breath before being sealed away behind magical mist by Grieger herself. Some sources claim, though, it has been long forgotten which parts of the tale are true and which are mere myth. Recent reports of a great dragon's roar reverberating around the woodland passes of the Empire are real enough. Okay, so these are the S-rank hunts. Those are going to be hard. Dalmecian, 10 of clubs should be easy. Mageth Brothers and Rosario should be fine. We can probably... Can we go do those yet? Am I allowed to... Oop. Am I allowed to travel? I am not. Alright, so we gotta talk to Hugo first. Then we can do some more hunts.
Otto,
How fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
Guess that's fair.
I suppose not.
We should probably speak with our strategians, strategicians.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of Chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
All right. Time to go talk to Harpocrates. So yeah, I guess the world is in chaos. I wish we got to see more of that as well. As much as I'm enjoying the story of this game, and it is in a lot of ways the Final Fantasy story that I've been wanting for basically since after 12. Like, I am getting slightly irritated with this slump in the middle where things are happening and we don't really get to witness them. And it's not even because the story is locked to Clive's perspective. We see parts of the story told from other people's perspectives all the time. It's just the way that it wants to tell it seems resource starved, which is a little bit of a bummer.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Let's go see.
Seems the hideaways.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Kashik out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Alright, so we have side quests unlocked again.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? I don't mean to be gloomy.
But the whole world's gone to shit. Reports used to be about the troop movements and chances to set bearers free. Now it's all ether, floods, Akashic attacks, and plagues of bloody bandits. Bandits. The curse breakers and all our other allies are doing what they can to keep their heads above water,
They
but
need all the help they can get.
they're counting on you, Clive. We all are.
Quick look.
Why we fight. Flames of War. Down the rabbit hole. Okay, so we have multiple main quests. That's interesting.
Help you today, Clive? Best of luck out there, Sid. Oh, I wasn't expecting
fuck.
that soon.
I wish it didn't back me out of
Welcome
this
to the
menu.
Patron's Whisper.
There we go.
It's not true.
Is it, Clive? The world can't be ending, can it? We were struggling before the skies went dark, but now? I can't imagine how we will bear it at all.
So much already.
When will it be enough? It will end, won't it, Clive? I wish
the
people
goddess
didn't
go
call me
with you.
Clive and Sid in the same conversation. That's very
I'm ready
weird.
when you are, Clive.
The messages from Martha, Isabel, and Lupo.
All right. All right, so things have opened up. We can go do our hunts. I'll try to figure out the S rank hunts as well. That could be interesting. I don't know how high level it expects me to be for those. I'm a little bit nervous about it, but the others didn't give me too much trouble, so...